Journey was one of the most beautiful and memorable games out there. Its presentation, music, and the simplicity yet engrossing nature of its gameplay captured you for its entire runtime. Giant Squid Studios has quickly shown their talent for immersive indie games like Journey. The Pathless mixes an open world where you're given an impressive level of freedom, fast and fluid movement, incredible boss fights, and one of the best soundtracks in gaming, composed by the legendary Austin Wintory. For anyone who enjoyed Journey, Pathless is a must-play in spite of its short length, and one of the reasons why is its story. The story of Pathless is very simplistic. You play as the Hunter, brought to a mysterious island to stop the evil Godslayer from destroying the land. The cutscenes give you the general scope of the narrative as you go between the 4 biomes, freeing spirits and driving back the shadows. The Hunter and the Godslayer speak in this mysterious made-up language that makes everything they say carry such weight and presence.
Sahil Javasha Java Tan Selva Sahil Igu Sha Chaji Tor Ba Jikabu Chake Mazase Shazo Igu Sahil Masazu Kashe Tor Kimasas.
Sure, the story is the same good versus evil, but how it's presented is what makes it so intriguing. Like Journey, the lore of the world is shrouded in mystery, though the story is crafted in such a way it can accommodate for all kinds of players. The ones who just want to explore and find every drop of lore can do so by finding lore messages left by the people who once lived here, and the players who just want to go from objective to objective. Both ways are encouraged, though the latter is missing out on the impressive level of freedom this game offers to the player, as there is no minimap in the game at all. It encourages you to make your own way organically through the environment, using elevation to your advantage to plan out your routes and to find collectibles. Now, how you travel to these places, that is where the real fun begins. There has been plenty of open world games that offer a real sense of freedom. Most open world games take an incredibly long time to traverse their giant open worlds. Thankfully, Pathless offers an incredibly interesting way of travel. The map is littered with these floating symbols that, when shot with the hunter's bow, increases the sprinting speed of the hunter. Shooting multiple can make the hunter move incredibly fast. It feels incredible even though there is no skill behind it. The fluidity of the movement is amazing, especially when you unlock the speed boost and jump symbols. Chaining them together makes the gameplay even more interesting as you platform up the hills to get to your next target. Accompanying the hunter is the eagle, who allows you to reach places the hunter could not by flapping its wings and to soar over the amazing landscapes. As you explore the island, you will be hunted by one of the 4 corrupted spirits. They move in these giant red storms that jump between locations on the map. You need to be constantly looking over your shoulder, as the storm could creep up on you when you least expect it. To stop the darkness, you must find talismans that are locked behind interesting environmental puzzles. Once the spirits are trapped, you will need to chase them before fighting them in one last duel to the death. These fights are amazing not only because of the amazing movement, but the spirits are huge, towering demons that will stop at nothing to kill you. And the epic soundtrack, composed by Austin Wintory, Austin Wintory has worked on some incredible soundtracks, but Pathless is on a whole nother level. Every so often you come across a soundtrack that is so expertly crafted. God of War with Barry McCreary, Spiritfarer with Max Lacoste Labousse, and now Austin Wintory has done it again with Pathless. His music is some of the best in the industry as he immerses you in this mysterious land. Austin's music is simply incredible, perfectly accompanies every action in the game. The music can be eerie and haunting, epic and pulse-pounding, spiritual and emotional. A full orchestra was used to compose the music for Pathless, and it really shows as Austin gets the entire orchestra involved. The use of guitar has this Eastern quality to it, as it perfectly captures the mysterious nature of this island. Violins, cellos, throat singing and trombones give the soundtrack a fantastic level of presence, especially when they're used in the chase music. The boss fights are made that more awe-inspiring when the music gets across the feeling and weight of these towering monsters, and that elevates this experience to new heights. Music can only do so much. Austin's music is linked with every aspect of Pathless and elevates its experience to new heights. And graphically, the game is simply gorgeous. Pathless isn't the most detailed game, but has an incredible amount of attention to detail done to its environments. Each of the 4 regions feel distinct from each other. I love how the red leaves of the trees in one area give the area this shade of orangey red that complements the hunter's red armor. And in another, the use of yellow leaves accompanied with the vast open spaces truly gets across this idea that this is an island ruled by nature. All of these man-made structures will soon be lost to time as nature will reclaim this land. This island is huge, and the lack of fast travel really encourages you to take your time and soak in this beautiful land. The spirits you'll be fighting look stunning as they tower over you, though it can be difficult to follow fights as too often they can turn into a storm of particle effects. Pathless is a must-play as every aspect of the game is so captivating. This is another example of a game where everything was given 100%. Austin's music is the best composition to date. The game looks enchanting. The feeling of running through its landscapes is breathtaking, and its puzzles are a great way to slow down and soak in the majesty of such a spectacularly designed game. Long story short, you need to play Pathless.